again for another week. I'm Michelle Conway at Psychic Angel Guidance, and this is A1R Psychic Radio. And of course, as you know, the best radio network in the universe at this time. Okay, well, today I thought, oh, wow, and I was running around. I've got so much going on these days. Last minute, I sat down and thought, what am I going to talk about? You know, I thought, let's talk about the aura this week, because it's through our aura that we sense our world, that we sense everything that's going on around us. We tend to be stuck when we think of ourselves as being just this physical body. That's where we are. That's where our consciousness is. But it isn't. Our aura is actually where our consciousness sits, because if you think of our brain, everybody's brain is just matter. It's all exactly the same anatomy. It's within our aura that our personality, our minds, our emotions, all of those things that we think sit. It's in our aura that we hold our thought forms. It's from our aura that our thought forms get sent out to other people. They pick up on them. So our aura is a very dynamic, very complex part of our existence that we often overlook. We often forget what is going on a bigger picture of our physical self, and our spiritual self, okay? So I'm sure all of you have gone out at different times and you've felt overwhelmed in shopping centres, or you've felt really uneasy around certain people, or you just walk into a room and you just know, hey, look, there's something not right here. What's happening at those times is you're experiencing the interconnectedness of yourself through your auric field with another person, with another energy. Especially when you might find, okay, you're sitting somewhere and all of a sudden you turn and you look at somebody and you think, hey, they were just watching me. You're actually picking up the interconnectedness of the auric field, of the energetic flow, of the frequency that we are all part of. We're all connected in this flow. It's part of who we are. And when we leave our physical body, the spirit, our soul, if you like, it retains that aura, but we don't see it the same as what we can see it as the life force around our physical body. So this is why in a lot of pictures you see the golden halo that's around the head of the people in biblical stories and all those sorts of situations, because it is easier to see the aura around the head of someone than it is anywhere else in the body, okay? Now, you can think, okay, we know about physics and science and all that sort of thing, but if you think about aura in a very similar manner to the universe, it is a lot of different protons and electrons all moving around, all different, giving a different frequency. And these different frequencies create different colours. And this is where your aura and your mood and all that mental and emotional body and all those things all come from. They're all interconnected. It all works. And these electrons or protons, which I'm going to call them for a want of a better word, give you your frequency, give you where you fit into on the earth plane and recognised by the universe, okay? And this is what draws like-minded people to you. This is what brings attraction. This is what repels some people too, because your frequency draws and it attracts and repels what is conduit with it, what it is allowed to accept for you in your highest good. Because we are all on a journey, okay? And it also allows you to sense when you need to be safe or when you're not going to, when you feel insecure, anxious, and just need change. So you feel all these things in your aura first before it manifests into your physical self. And before you it manifests into your physical world. So for me, as a psychic, when people come to me for readings, I often see the different energies that will be coming down into people's auric fields that will be showing me change on an energetic, on a colour level, on a frequency level that is resonating with different, say, scales or musical notes or change that's coming in for these people, okay? And then it'll come down through the auras, through the chakras and manifest in the body. Now, this is the same way that illnesses can manifest into your body as well. If there's an imbalance or if there's a darkness or there's some negativity that you're hanging on to within your auric field, okay? Your auric anatomy is what is probably a better way to describe it, because it is part of your anatomy. It's an extension of yourself. It's the spiritual anatomy of yourself, okay? So it's very important that you do look after this part of your anatomy, that you do cleanse it, that you do nurture this part of your anatomy and become aware when you need time out and time away from people, okay? So to replenish, to recharge this auric field. Now, it's important too to be aware that medications and addictions and substances and all those sorts of things put holes in your auric field. And this allows you to be a bit more vulnerable to what is going on around you in the bigger picture of the universe, to all sorts of different energies, thought forms, bacteria, viruses, those sorts of things get in through that weakness that you create with your lifestyle, okay? So cleansing your aura, strengthening your aura, being aware that any overindulgence can create a breakdown in your protection that is naturally there within the shell of your auric field, if you like, okay? Now, there are different layers of your aura, and they go with the colours of the chakras, which I find very interesting, that it's the colours of the chakras, the musical notes, the days of the week. Oh, my gosh, this is something that I see an interconnectedness between the whole of it all. So the first layer in your auric field is your etheric layer. That's the one that's closest to your body, and that resonates with your base chakra, okay? So then the second one is your emotional body, and that resonates with your sacral chakra, okay? So that's where you're carrying all your emotions. Your mental body is next. Then you've got your astral body, then your etheric template, okay? And then after your etheric template, you've got your celestial layer, and then the last one is your ketheric layer. And I find that interesting that your outermost part of your auric anatomy is called the ketheric layer. When you look at the Kabbalah, the very top Sephiroth is called Kether. So it brings together a whole different spiritual understanding and ability for growth by recognising that, okay? So there's lots of different parts that you, in all of those parts that you store at different points. So you can store different emotions in different parts of that body, just like you store different thought forms and different feelings and different memories. All of this is all retained within your auric field, all right? And it is very involved. It is very complex. There is a lot that I could go in and talk about, but I don't want to get too caught up in it. I just wanted to just have a brief little chat about it. But most of all, be aware when you're with somebody who's good for you to be around. You'll feel refreshed. You'll feel recharged. You both will. You'll both be on the same frequency. It'll be an even energy flow of exchange that's working, and it's helping all those protons and electrons and the energy and the love and the coming backward and forward of information. It's helping you in an abundant, positive way. That's not to say that negative isn't good. You do need to have that as well, because that's where you draw your experiences of the biggest learning from, and you put them into the positive aspect of your life then, okay? So it's important that you have balance. There's good in everything. It just depends on how you take out of that your experience, and then you store it in that big memory field of your auric field, if you like. And that's where Carl Jung I love him, and he's some of the things that he discusses. He also believed that your consciousness was in your auric field and not just sitting in your brain. Okay, so I see I've got Laurie there in Bethlehem. Are you in Pennsylvania? Hi, Laurie. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm really well. How's your day?
It's cold here. I don't want to be here.
Oh, well, over here, it's meant to be autumn. We're meant to be cooling down, but it's still quite warm. So you send us some of the cold and we'll send you some of this warm. How's that sound? We'll do an energy exchange.
There you go. I'll make sure it's snow and not rain, though. How's that?
Oh, I would love it to snow. It doesn't snow here where I am. I'm in Ballarat. And sometimes it snows here, but not very often. Not enough to have to worry about. It's always very pretty when it snows here.
Oh, I can imagine. It just snows probably like an inch and then it goes away.
Yeah, that's what it's like. If we're lucky, it happens every 5 years or something here. So, yeah. So have you phoned in with, I love your energy. You're so happy. I'm feeling really good talking to you automatically. I feel a strong connection there. Have you phoned in with a particular question this evening?
Well, I'm all over the place. Can you tell? My energy is just, it's been through the roof for a few days. Basically, I'm kind of just curious as to what will be happening in general for me for the next couple of months. Got a little situation going on, so I'm trying to figure it out. But you always want that little push in the right direction kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. Well, the first thing that I'm picking up as you were saying all of that is right at the moment you're at a standstill, okay? And you're finding this difficult to be in that standstill position, if you like, all right? Because you're a person who likes action. You like to get things moving all the time. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So with that, what I'm getting here is it's time for you to just have, I'm looking on a family level for you. There is change coming in around on the home front there, okay? And this is to do with family ties and family connections. This is going to fill up the next few weeks of your life, okay? And I do feel that that's taking you into another direction on a family front. It's very exciting. I feel like there's newness, there's freshness going to come in and about. There's a replenishing that's coming in for you. But I'm also being told it's almost like you're waiting for an iceberg to melt, if you like, all right? So this ice in the next few weeks, I'm seeing it as defrosting, thawing and melting away. And I'm seeing that as being symbolic of once that starts to flow, the water's starting to flow. It's starting to move again for you. And with that movement, I feel like you're going to start to be able to see the new direction for yourself. Now, with this situation that you've got happening around you, I'm seeing a lot of different people involved with that. And I do feel like it's going to be important for you to stand your ground, believe in yourself, okay? But I'm getting the word compromise coming to mind, okay? So the compromise and negotiation, because I'm seeing like a foundation that is affecting, it's got a ripple effect. I'm getting a ripple effect as I'm seeing this moving out into your family life and your work front as well, okay? So, oh gosh, you've asked me for a general guidance for the next few months. So, replenishing yourself is going to be really important in this time, okay? So I even feel like I'm slowing down now as I'm looking at that for you, okay? So looking after yourself, time for yourself to look at what it is that you're getting from where you are right now, okay? Because it's very challenging for you. I'm feeling quite emotional now. So you're experiencing lots of emotion, and you are right with when you said to me at the start you're all over the place. I'm feeling all over the place too with myself emotionally. for you.
Yeah.
Okay, because I've started off the reading and it was very high, and now I've come down to a state of almost feeling like I need to cry. I need to let go. Okay.
Oh my God, I'm almost in tears here.
Okay, so
Exactly how I feel.
yes.
There's a gentleman that's coming in and out of my life, so I'm kind of wondering, he's trying to step back in, and where that's going to go. If I should just walk away, or that I think is my biggest pull. Almost everything going on in my life, I can handle, but when it comes to the emotional stuff, it's like draining. It's draining.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's where you need to look after yourself, and that's where I'm picking up where I started this off for you, that it was affecting your family. It's rippling out, so this is affecting them, watching you feel this way as well. Okay, so it's funny because I did draw a card for you, and I will show you the card that I've drawn, and it's the Lover's card. Okay, and you're asking about this man. And I do feel, be careful is first of all what I get, because there's a reason that it didn't work in the first place, okay? And this is where you're going to have to sit back and really decide for yourself and look at where you are within yourself emotionally. What's the emotional little person inside you saying about this relationship? Because I feel like you've got the answer within. Okay, you've had it before, you know it, you just got to listen and trust it, all right? Now, I'm just going to have a look. Ooh. He can be pretty full on, can't he? He's a pretty ambitious sort of man. I feel very, very strong energy around him too.
Yes.
So he does try to use words to confuse you very quickly, and it's like you don't know what your original feelings were, and that's where your emotion is mixed up between his magic use of words over your mind to what you're really feeling. So I feel step back, take some time out, and really go into what you're feeling about this man, because there is a karmic lesson here for you, and this is going to help you to move forward, because you're learning what it's like to be controlled by somebody who's clever with words in an emotional sense, in a romantic sense. Does that make sense for you?
Oh, yes. Very much so. He's got a magic tongue. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah. So that's where I'm getting, just be careful. So once you learn to separate the way that he can manipulate you with his words to what's really you're really feeling, so that's where I'm seeing the energy connection all mishmashing in there together for you. Okay, so this is about empowering you and you taking control of what you want, not what he thinks you want, or not what he's telling you want. There's a difference. Does that make sense?
Oh, it makes plenty of sense.
So, because he's been there before. It didn't work once before, and there's a reason.
Right. Oh, I know the reason. He probably hasn't changed, so I'm still dealing with the same craziness.
Exactly. So I feel like you've got your own answer out of all of that. What you choose to do with that is totally up to you, because now, as I feel like we've worked through that a little bit, and you've got to a point now where you're going, okay, so you're feeling a little bit more, you can see a bit of a clearer pathway. What I'm feeling is now for you is to take control of it again for you. Okay?
Okay. That's exactly what I need to do. I do appreciate all your input. I really do.
You have what it takes to find. Don't settle for him because you feel like there's no one else going to come.
Right.
Because you're doubting yourself. You've got to believe in yourself.
Yeah, and that's something that I learned about this person. The energy that they have takes my intuition away. My intuitiveness goes right down the drain with this individual, and that is where I'm slipping.
So you've got to believe in yourself, believe in what you feel, believe in what you know, believe in who you are.
Yeah, right.
And as soon as you do all that, you're going to attract the perfect person to you.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah,
So
you're absolutely right. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.
I hope I've helped you. I'm going to leave it there. Let me know how you go. Okay?
Oh, I absolutely will. I'll keep you well informed.
Okay.
All right? I thank you so much, sweetie.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye, sweetie.
I've got Tracy. Hi, Tracy. You're in Scotland.
Hi. Yeah, Glasgow, Scotland.
Oh, I would love to go to Scotland. My family are originally from Scotland.
Oh, are they? Yeah.
Yes, but
from?
my family, we're from John O'Groats.
All right. Oh, good.
I've never been there. I'd love to go there.
It's so cold here.
That's what everyone tells me. They also say if you get to ever go, Michelle, my gosh, make sure you've got lots of warm clothes.
Wrap
it's very
up,
cold.
yeah, wrap up warm.
Maybe that's why I like
cold.
the cold weather. Maybe that's where I should live.
We get it all year round, though.
Have you phoned in with a particular question today?
Just really a general reading because I'm very tearful for the last few weeks over silly things.
Tearful, did you say?
Yeah, yep,
Tearful.
Tearful,
As you're saying tearful to me, I do feel like this is a releasing. You are going into a releasing time at the minute, allowing this emotion to come up and be released. And sometimes you don't necessarily need to tune into what it is that you feel tearful about. What is happening is on a higher level, you're just letting go of all this stuff you've been hanging on to. All right? So if you think of your emotion being like a vase of water that's been sitting on the shelf for too long, okay?
Yeah.
So it's like you're starting to release. You're starting to let go. And as soon as you start to let go, you'll find that you'll start to feel refreshed because your energy is really low too at the minute. You feel like you're really just, under a rock, and I'm feeling very contracted and very, have you got lower back pain at the moment?
I have, yes, yep.
Yeah, because I'm feeling that around my lower back at the moment. As I've done this, I thought, you're so, your muscles are tense as well. So this tells me this, a healing time for you. I'm seeing it as being, I'm getting told to say to you like you're in a pod or you're in a cocoon and you're releasing. Allow yourself to release, okay? If you feel like crying, cry. Don't sit down and say, why am I crying? Just cry, okay?
Okay,
because this time is going to pass. It's not going to last for long, okay? I do feel, and I've just drawn some cards out for you, okay? And they're actually telling me that you're at the end of a karmic cycle in your life at the moment, all right? And it's time for you to perhaps have a look at how much you've grown in the last few years, because I'm being shown a time length here of change that you have experienced, and I'm being shown you've actually made, I feel like about 18 months, 2 years ago, you made a really big move. You moved.
Yeah.
Would that be right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And that's now you're coming out the other side of that energy from that move, all right? Because that took a lot of strength, a lot of energy from you on a very deep level because you found it very hard around that time of the move, all right? And now it's like you've climbed a mountain, and it's like now you're coming down and you're settling. You're starting to settle into a different energy. So think of it like moving into a new frequency, moving into a new you, okay? So you're letting go of all that struggle. Does that make sense for you?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense,
Yeah, so, and I'm feeling like this is going to change, I feel like your financial foundation too. I feel like I'm actually smiling as I tune into that. So you're about to change into a much more abundant direction, which you have really been asking for, okay?
Yeah,
So I know that's only short, Tracy, but I really hope that it's given you some insight and some help and a direction, because I'm running out of time.
Okay then, all right.
So
That's great anyway. Thanks.
have a vision, create a vision of where you want the next part of your life to go, because it's all there for you, okay?
Okay then. That's
And
great.
allow yourself to be in this space. It's okay. It's okay.